Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Johnson. Everybody calls me Dr. Lori. I'm an OBGYN, but today I'm going to be talking to you about giving birth to your dreams. Now, some of you might be saying, what does an OBGYN have to do with your dreams? Well, I know about dreams and I know about giving birth. So when you put the two together, it kind of makes sense. You see? Well, first of all, what is a dream? Is it something that comes to you in the middle of the night that when you wake up, you have this great idea? Is it something that's just on the inside of you? Some thought, some idea, some aspiration, some goal? What exactly is a dream? Well, we all have dreams. We all have things that we want to do, we want to accomplish. But sometimes, many of us, well, we don't ever get to see our dreams fulfilled. And that's sad because there's no worse feeling than the dream that died or the what could have been if I had just pursued my dreams. But some of you were saying, well, I have dreams and I have things I want to do, but how do I make those dreams come true? Well, see, that's where it gets tough because making your dream come true takes a little bit of work sometimes, takes a little bit of effort sometimes. And that's where most of us get lost. We get afraid because sometimes it's hard. We don't think we're able to do it. And so we give up before we even get to the point of seeing our dreams come to pass. Some of us say, well, what if I don't know what I'm doing? Or what if I fail? Or what if I succeed? Or where's the money going to come from? All those things creep in and fear starts to get to us. And then we never see our dream fulfilled. So we walk around thinking about what could have been. Then there's also something called doubt. I don't think I can. I'm too old. I'm too fat. I'm too young. I'm too dark. I'm too light. It's the rule of twos. Two, 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 two. Well, how about if I told you you're enough? You just have to trust the process. Because see, having a dream is just like having a baby. You're like, what? Yeah, it really is. Because everything that you see right now came from something that wasn't seen before, even a baby. Now, most of us, not to think that having a baby is a natural process, and it is, but so is giving birth to your dream. See, most of us don't know what we're doing, especially the first time we have a baby, but we trust the process. So trust the process with your dream and see what things can happen. So, how does that happen? Well, first of all, in order to have a baby, you have to get pregnant. Whoa, not doing that. Yeah, you have to get pregnant, which means that at some point, a woman has to be intimate with her partner and he plants a seed. Well, just like that in the natural, where the seed gets planted in the womb, a seed has to get planted in your heart, in your mind, in your spirit. It could be something that you just really want to do. It can be something that came out of a past experience that you feel like, I want to just help these kind of people or do this particular thing. I want to go back to school. I want to open a business. Whatever your dream is, a seed has to get planted. You have to be open. Your mind and your spirit have to be open to receive whatever that idea is and whatever is coming to you. And as it begins to receive it, then it begins to grow on the inside of you. When you first have a new dream or a new idea, it begins to consume all your thoughts. You're thinking about it. You find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, writing down ideas, writing down your thoughts, writing down all those things because you have a new dream. Well, it's just like having a baby. When a woman first gets pregnant, everything about her changes. Her body changes. She doesn't eat the same things. She doesn't drink the same things. She doesn't go the same places because she knows that she has something really important and really special growing on the inside of her. Now, when a woman first gets pregnant, one thing that she wants to do is tell everybody. She wants to tell her friends, her family, her mom, everyone that's around her. And that's great. But this is where birthing a dream and a baby get a little bit different. Because what you have to understand is that, as I said before, there are a lot of people who haven't fulfilled their dreams and who aren't living out their dreams. And so sometimes they're angry, they're bitter. And sometimes if you go to them and tell them what your dream is and all your excitement, they can become dream killers. They'll take it from you, tell you you can't do it, you're not good enough. Well, how you gonna do that? Where you gonna get the money from? that don't sound like something I would do. You're right. It's not something they would do. It's something that you would do because it's your dream and you have to see it. Now, they don't mean any harm by this most of the time, but they just can't see beyond their own limitations. They can't see beyond what they're going through in their own lives to be able to support you. And that's okay. You just have to make sure that you get around some people who are able to support your dream, who are able to help you walk through this process. Kind of like a midwife or an OB, kind of like me. Someone that's going to help be able to coach you, to guide you, to help you, and to support you, to give you what you need through this process. You understand what I'm saying? See, it's not that the people in your life are hating on you or they're jealous, but they're caught up in their own lives and their own feelings, and sometimes they're just not able to give you that support. So, if you can't find somebody, talk to yourself. Just like a woman has to feed her baby with good things and good food and water and vitamins, feed your dream with the same thing. Words of affirmation, positive words to yourself. If you find someone that you can share it with that will support you, that's great. Share it with that person. Let that person be your support system. Bounce ideas off that person. But even if they don't, do it for yourself. Matter of fact, I suggest getting yourself a notebook. Get a notebook out and put the title of your dream on the notebook and write it out. Write out everything you want to see about it. If it's a business, write down the name of the business, where it's going to be, what you want to do all that stuff. If it's a name of a nonprofit, or if it's graduating from school, if you want to get your PhD, begin writing down, referring to yourself as Dr. whomever, Dr. So-and-so, because that's how you bring your goal to pass. That's how you bring your vision to pass. You have to feed it and watch it grow. A few years ago, I went to medical school. And when I finished medical school and training, I got a job working in regular practice. And it was okay. It was great. It paid the bills. The money was good and all that. But I saw things in the practice that I would have done differently. I would have wanted to change some of those things. However, I was the new girl. I was the youngest one in the practice. And, they really weren't listening to me. And that was okay. And so I would say, wow, what if I had my own practice? I wonder what I would do. I wonder what I would say. And so, just like I'm telling you to do, I went and got a notebook. I just began to write stuff down. I wrote down what I would need, how many staff I would hire. I wrote down if I needed to buy alcohol wipes and Band-Aids and gauze, everything. And lastly, I wrote down the name of the practice. And I called the practice Just For You. Now, mind you, it's all in the notebook. There was nothing that I could see. All in the notebook. And I named it Just For You because I knew that in that moment, that if that ever came to pass, that it would be a gift from God. And that my practice and what I would do would be my gift back to Him for giving it to me. So anyway, it was in my notebook, and every now and then I would go back to it and I'd write some more stuff down, and I'd say I'm going to have these kind of days and do this kind of work and do this kind of procedures in my office. And I just left it in my notebook. Well, about 4 years later, I kind of was praying one day and I heard God mention Atlanta. Now, mind you, I'm a Jersey girl, born and bred in Jersey. I don't have any family in Atlanta. However, I really believe God said move to Atlanta. And at first I said, no, I don't want to go to Atlanta. There's nothing in Atlanta for me. But I kept hearing, I kept gnawing at my spirit. And I kept hearing it over and over. So my family and I, we packed up. My husband, he agreed, and we came to Atlanta. Well, don't you know, when I got to Atlanta, I got an opportunity. And the opportunity was to start my own practice. And not only that, but it was financed at 100%. I didn't take out any loans to finance the practice. So everything I asked for, what do you think I named the practice? Well, Just For You OBGYN now exists south of Atlanta because God gave me the practice and I said I would name it Just For You. But see, that's the power of having your dream. Even though I didn't know where the money was going to come from, I had never ran a practice before, never done any of that. I had a dream and I wrote it down and I watched it come into fruition. Now, don't get me wrong. There's been some rough spots along the way. There have been some really hard things. There have been some nights I asked myself, what in the world did you just do? There have been nights I spent crying. There have been issues, money problems, ups, downs, all over the place. And any dream that you try to give birth to is going to be the same way. It's not just going to be a cakewalk. You're going to have to go through some things and learn some things. You're going to have to learn at an alarming rate because things are going to happen really, really fast. So that's where the part is you can get discouraged. You can get down on yourself. You can want to throw up your hands and just quit completely and say, you know what, forget this. This was a bad idea. But I'm going to tell you today, don't do that. Stay encouraged. Stay in the fight. Stay growing and producing your dream. It's just like when you have a baby. If any woman out there has had a baby, you understand. Around that last trimester, boy, things get tough. Your feet get swollen, your back hurts, your stomach hurts, your head hurts, everything hurts. And all you can think of is trying to get this baby. And then it gets worse because then you go into labor and the pain from the contractions starts to hit you. And then you're in pain. Sometimes it's hours, sometimes it's days, 48 hours, 36 hours, long, long time, pain, contraction after contraction. And you're feeling it. And all you want to do is say, God, please make this stop. I give up. I quit. I can't do it. And then after that, the next part is you got to push this baby out. You got to bear down. You got to push harder than ever. But that's when the coaches come in, the nurses come in, the doctor comes in, and they're guiding you and they're coaching you. Push, 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 push. And just when you think you can't push another minute, not one more time, well, out pops the baby. Wow. And just like that, all the pain, all the suffering, all the hardship, all the fatigue is gone because you have this amazing prize in front of you. This incredible, incredible gift that you never would have had you not persevered and pushed. Well, see, the same thing is true with your dreams. You're going to have hard places. You're going to have times when you feel like you shouldn't have done it. You're going to even doubt yourself. You're going to question yourself and say, maybe this was wrong. Maybe I missed it. When I moved to Atlanta and I opened my practice and things would go crazy. And I said, well, maybe I didn't hear the right thing. Maybe I wasn't supposed to come here. Maybe this wasn't a God thing. And that's another thing. Sometimes in order to get your dream, make it a reality, you're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to move. Sometimes it's a geographic move. Sometimes it's moving into a new circle of people that you don't necessarily know or talk to. Sometimes it's doing something different that you've never done. But a lot of times you're going to have to move. Go from one place to another. But trust God in the process. He's going to make sure that when you get there, things are going to work out just fine. But again, it's not always going to be easy. But if you hang in there, if you persevere, and if you don't give up when it gets hardest, just as you're about to quit, you're going to see that dream become a reality. And then you're going to realize it was all worth it. And you're never going to doubt yourself again. So I encourage everybody out there today, keep pushing, keep following your dreams. Don't give up in the process. Okay? You can do it. I believe in you. I know you can. Tell yourself positive affirmations every day and make your dreams become a reality. I'm Dr. Lori. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at DrLoriej at Instagram and at DrLoriej on Twitter as well. You can also text Dream Big, that's 2 words, to 31996 and you'll get a free gift from us. Thank you so much for your time.